Hello, hello, hello. How's everyone doing today? It's Wednesday. It's Wednesday, yeah. Ooh. It is morning. It is definitely morning. I got my coffee. Hey, Durban. How's everyone doing today? So, today we are continuing on with Armored Core 6. We've already beaten the game. We beat the game Monday. Why are we here? Well, it's quite simple. To beat Armored Core 6, Fires of Rubicon, you must beat Armored Core 6, Fires of Rubicon. 3 times. There are 3 endings to this game. Essentially, the first playthrough, you can, in Act 5, you can pick to go 1 or 2 routes. You have to do both of those, and then unlocks a 3rd playthrough. So, I've done that. After we beat the game, I fired it back up again, and basically played through it again. So we are back at the very last mission of Act 4, and we're going to do it again. So I've already done Act 1 to 4. We're at the very last mission. I've unlocked some stuff. Basically, the missions are the same. Bandai, flashbang. The missions are the same. There are a few differences in the second playthrough, but really nothing that you won't also see in the 3rd playthrough. So you didn't really miss anything other than me powering through Act 1 to 4 again. Like, just speed running it, essentially. So we're going to jump right into this. Get the music off. And continue on. Get the second ending. So we have to betray our alien and our brain waifu, Air. We're going to betray her for this ending. Which I'll say, though, you get probably one of the coolest missions doing it. And then we got to go through the entire game again. But things are different the 3rd time around. There's differences. And it comes apparent pretty quickly. So we'll see how far. We should be able to beat the game today. And then we'll start the 3rd playthrough. But a couple things. I've upgraded my mech. I've changed a few things. I've unlocked some things. So we got that. Also, we got new arena stuff. But instead of fighting other pilots, Allmind has been giving us things she has designed to play with. So I did most of them. This is Nightfall. Why are we fighting Nightfall? Nightfall was that is the Raven we stole our ID from, who doesn't have a record in the arena, who's ranked last. So why are we fighting Nightfall? So let's just do this quick. I did all the other ones because it just, there's no point watching me slam on an AC.
Integration program, phase 3. This will be the final round of analysis.
So we didn't get access to these on the first playthrough. These are her second playthrough.
The AC Nightfall. This will be integrated into Mind Gamma. Commencing analysis.
Main system activating combat mode.
Ooh. Wow, I'm getting my butt kicked. Restart. Gotta wake up. You can tell I just woke up. And by just woke up, I got up like an hour ago. Well, 2 hours ago. I had to bring the little guy to school with me. There we go. Much quicker. Gotta get in the groove. And yes, this is totally the meta slave build, but I like it. Cutscene.
Target destroyed. This concludes all rounds of analysis. We will assimilate the results into Mind Gamma.
Thank you, AI lady who lives in my head. Or, no, this isn't the one who lives in my head. But she will never betray us. Ever.
Comms.
Thank you for your continued support. Our analysis this concludes the integration program's role. The day will come when All Mind's evolution truly takes form.
You're not going to betray us, are you? No, you would never betray us. You would never betray us. Can I use that head? Where's that head? Nightshade. That looks cool. We're gonna go with it. So I think I was using that one before. System recovery. But it's heavier. Yeah, we'll go with that one. I mean, you gotta admit, that does look pretty badass. And yes, it does do the shade thing pop down. Okay. Missions. Last mission of Act 4. Let's get betrayed again.
You saw the ruins.
Walter.
Institute City. The
Sorry I betrayed you,
mausoleum of the
Walter.
sinners who caused the fires of Ibis. The coral's right there, waiting. Arquebus has ordered us to discontinue the survey and hand things over to their own AC squad.
But yeah, Durbon, if you missed Monday stream, you're pretty much just missing one of the endings. So we're doing it again.
Done with the corporations. Wipe out the Arquebus AC squad and get to the coral first. When this job is over, I'll tell you about the last of my friend's requests.
On the VOD channel. Okay.
621. From here on out, Never mind. Just trust your instincts.
So I had some fun last night. I went and installed, been playing around with running a local language model on my computer using DeepSeek R1. I did not realize how easy it is to run a AI assistant
So close now.
on your own hardware. Like I did not realize that.
This is my home.
Main system activating combat mode.
Commence mission.
Let's go, Raven.
So I unlocked this booster. You can see my red energy.
We have insufficient force to ensure success.
Raven, the independent mercenary, decided to ignore Arquebus's orders, did you?
V2 Snail, come in. The Raven has landed. Requesting backup.
Raylan was a sinking ship, but Arquebus's stars on the rise.
But it's funny because this one has like objectively horrible stats for like recharge and whatnot.
Did I? See the signs?
But it has the biggest pool. And when you completely decharge it, it recharges the quickest.
AC down. Requesting
So it's kind of
backup.
like you have to burn through it and drive your tank empty.
Commander, V2 Snail, please.
There we go.
Snail, come
You're dead. So yeah, so this generator is pretty fun because you have so much energy, but the recharge on it is dismal. So watch how long it takes forever for it to come back.
621.
But if you burn it through all the way, burn it empty. I'm also using really efficient boosters. What am I doing? Oh, I gotta kill somebody still. So it lasts a while, but when you burn it completely empty, boom, just comes right back full. So if you're like me and you're constantly spazzing around,
Looks like you're clear. Keep moving.
pair it with a really efficient booster, you could technically fly forever a lot of times. Because as long as you got enough height, it'll recharge before you hit the ground. Got home from spinal injections.
It's still here.
Why are you getting spinal injections?
He must mean that gigantic structure in the distance. Enemy detected. Thomas grinder wheel.
Spinal degradation? Well, that sucks.
Readings are off the chart. You're close.
Sisters' voices are stronger than ever. It's like they're calling to us.
AP at 30%. One repair kit remaining.
The response is getting stronger. We're nearly there, 621.
Yep. Easy peasy. Been thinking of doing something with an RP5 and journal. Well, here's the thing, Durbun. The thing with the external GPU, basically you're running it entirely on the GPU. From my understanding, you're a setup like that, the Pi doesn't matter. You could use any computer.
Investigate before they arrive.
The advantage of the Pi is just it's cheap, but then you have to buy other stuff. But essentially, any computer can run an LLM if you're relying on the GPU.
The coral's rising.
The problem is,
Up faster than I'd
as far as I'm
expected.
aware, the Raspberry Pis only really work with AMD GPUs, which are not as good for running an LLM. Like, I got a 3090, and running the R132B
Wait,
model
something's
fills it
coming.
right up. Like, I'm using like just under 23 gigs of the 24 gig VRAM on it.
A response. It's a sea weapon.
Hey, it's the Armored Core Melania fight again.
The IBIS series. Still functional. Get ready, 621. One more job for you.
Or AMD. They have to be newer AMDs though. Like as far as I'm aware, only like the 7000 and maybe the 6000 series function. Like I have a 5700 XT and I don't think it'll work because the stream processors aren't as good.
The IBIS series are no ordinary weapons.
Quit moving.
They're designed to prevent coral disasters. A security measure to keep the recon safe. And now their original masters are long gone. Destroy it before it destroys you.
You won't get many chances to move it right. I know you can find a way.
Got it.
Keep it up, 621. It can't take much more of this.
Enemy coral response. Silent.
Wait,
Yeah, like essentially you want
coming back.
NVIDIA with CUDA cores with the most VRAM possible to run the bigger models.
Is this what the IBIS series is truly capable of?
Drawing power from its environment. It won't stop until we destroy its generator.
AP at 30%.
Goodbye.
You can take it, 621.
Taking significant damage. Picking up a powerful anti-resonance. There's no payload to protect the coral.
You've nearly got it, 621. You're the only one who can finish the job.
Left-hand ammunition at 50%.
Got it.
Enemy generator compromised.
It's gonna blow. Get out of there, 621.
Because my understanding is when it comes to running an LLM, the more VRAM you have, the bigger the model you can load,
621.
which is the bigger the model, the smarter it is, essentially. But then also the speed of the CPU is how fast, or the processor is how quickly it can crunch the numbers.
Resolve, inherited from its creators.
So if you're running it on a CPU,
Voices from the past
you can shove a ton of RAM at it,
fading into
but CPUs are not as efficient at running the models. Whereas a GPU is much more efficient at running the models, but the VRAM limitation limits the size of the model you can run, which is why you see people daisy chaining like 3090s and 4090s. And the problem is, if you're trying to run it with consumer hardware, NVIDIA's been purposely gimping the amount of VRAM on their GPUs for a while because they want you not buying those. They want you buying the expensive ones. Oh, we've been betrayed, by the way.
Only a fool would try to outfox Arquebus.
Yeah.
I'll see that the unruly dog is punished and brought to heel.
We've been betrayed again
Oh, and of course,
for the last time.
let's not forget the Hound's master either.
VRAM will be good for a GPU. I just don't have the cache for a suitable NVIDIA. Well, so here's my problem. I kind of been playing with the idea of making an AI assistant for my live streams on YouTube. So that way I have something to banter with other than the audience.
Discovered a wealth of forgotten relics.
Basically, if you're aware of Neurosama, a very scuffed version of Neurosama, but it wouldn't be a VTuber. I would want like to have like a puppet essentially. Just have it like have a voice box in it kind of thing. So I'm kind of playing around with it locally, running it on my desktop. The problem is it's my main desktop. Like I have a 3090 here, but it's my main desktop. And it's like the only other graphics cards I have is my wife's computer has a 3080 in it, which is not bad, but it's only 10 gigs of VRAM. So I'd have to run like a 7B model. And I don't want to take the 3090 out of this because I'm using it.
No longer had the power to stop them.
So it's like, what kind of cheap hardware can I use? Because apparently, from my understanding, the smaller models aren't too bad if you just want something to yap with. It's just they don't have the depth of knowledge the larger models have. But they process faster. So the smaller models on the same hardware will run faster, but they're just not as smart.
Raven,
Raspberry Pi.
I found a
What do you think we're doing on the members stream tomorrow? We're gonna see if we can put we're gonna put an AI in a printer with the Raspberry Pi. I'm talking over this whole cutscene, but we did this on Monday.
Sent a request. No, this one comes from me.
Raspberry Pis kind of suck at it. Let's be honest. Raspberry Pis are not good at running AI. It only works for Jeff because he's hooking on an external GPU. But the GPU is doing all the works.
Coral out, but it survived.
A Jetson.
Gathered. It's been steadily multiplying
I think the Jetsons are more machine learning, not large language model.
at an exponential
Because from my understanding, the Jetsons run into limitations of tokens per second and how big of a model they can run.
The coral must be burned. 621.
Like I'm pretty sure like Neurosama runs on a 4090,
Reigniting the fire that scorches
and that's a
the
pretty
stars.
interactive model.
This isn't an order. It's a legacy. My fallen friends entrusted this duty to me. And now it's my turn to hand it
Yeah.
on.
Well, yeah, if you're doing it for robotics, then yeah, that makes sense. Like that's what the Jetsons designed for, if I remember correctly.
The fire. Let the last cinders burn.
Yeah, the problem is the used market is horrible right now because everyone is buying up
For you.
like the 3090s, the 4090s, even the 3060s, because there's a 3060 model with 12 gigs of VRAM, so people are buying those up. So like
finally understand
finding the
what
older
I was
cards
thinking.
with the VRAM is hard because the newer cards, even the 5000 series, you have to get a 5090 if you want high VRAM
And prepared for it.
because the 5080s only have 16.
It's time for us to escape.
So like I could run in the 32B model on this computer, whereas the 14B model or whatever is oh yeah, the shitty AC.
Coordinates in the AC systems. He's
Is that an AC? Where'd it come from? That piece of scrap's alive. That Institute deck?
You should avoid combat as much as possible, Raven.
Oh no, I'm killing everything.
I'm afraid this AC is no match for your abilities. We're at a disadvantage. Let's find a way around them. If they do spot you, your left-hand weapon is equipped with jamming rounds.
Damn it! I can't lock on!
Raven, now's our chance.
AP at 50%.
Okay, that's enough.
Here's our way back to the surface. This AC should have just enough propulsion. Is this the outskirts of Institute C?
This is V5 Tater, calling all security team members. Raven, the independent mercenary subject to re-education, is on the run. I have direct orders from V2 Snail. Capture Raven and send the fugitive to the factory this time.
Arquebus is on high alert. Use your scanner to evade combat situations.
Unidentified AC!
Searchlights. We'll be in trouble if they spot us.
Enemy contact. AC, old model.
Raven, the searchlights.
It's Raven! Neutralize the fugitive!
We're not far from our destination, Raven. Walter's message. Is he gone?
We've got eyes on the independent mark.
Don't hit the core!
What's this? I've checked. It's not a trap.
Emergency beacon intercepted. Been a while, tourist. Good to see you're still kicking. Chief's coming to pick you up. Head to the rendezvous point.
He's from our
Go. Come on. Come on.
Walter's mission. This is the rendezvous point. Enemies detected.
We found Raven! Close the nuke!
This is V5 Tater. I'm exercising my authority to revise your orders. You are authorized to use lethal force. The fugitive's survival is not mission critical. Just eliminate Raven at all costs.
Left shoulder ammunition at 50%.
There's too many of them. Wait, I'm picking up something else.
NVIDIA sponsorship. I mean, it'd be. I'll take one. It'd be fun. Stupid
Walter.
prices from crypto. Yeah, crypto
Yes,
is.
we look after you.
It's like as soon as a crypto crash happens, AI.
Company! Another AC! Marine! Joe's her junkyard?
That's Carlos AC. She's backing us up, Raven.
I don't just design weapons, Bill. You'll see what I mean.
There's a lot of them, Chief, but they're just MTs. You should
I
have
got
let
'em.
me handle this. RAD needs you in one.
Looks like we're clear. We better book it before more company shows up.
Yay.
Sending a chopper. We retrieved the tourist's AC, too.
Once we've caught our breath, let's talk. About Walter.
Walter. We're gonna betray the. Look how little this guy is. He's so little. So this is the part where we decide to betray the robot lady in our head. Unfortunately, we're betraying her.
Back in your old AC? You were made for each other. The fact that you're still alive means that Walter made the right bet.
Walter.
All right. You deserve to know what we've been fighting for. I'll get you introduced with the next mission.
Sortie missions. Take the uninhabited floating city.
Let me tell you a story, tourist. After the fires of Ibis burnt the planet up,
Yep.
a secret
hit?
organization
I launched something.
hiding in the ashes. Overseer.
There.
The Association of Observers. They
Hey, Tor.
monitored the coral's growth. Ready to burn
Yeah.
before it
We saw
collapses.
all this.
Overseer, the Association of Observers.
Yeah. I already talked all this on Monday. This mission's the same. But the next mission, I think, is where it branches, where we decide if we're going to side with the air or side with the Overseers. And this time we're going with Overseer.
Get into position, tourist. It's time. I need you to protect that tower until we've managed to take control.
Normalization process K. Deploying shield.
Chief, I've cracked some of the defense systems.
Good job, Chatty. That'll buy us some time. Looks like you're in position. Chatty, how much longer till we have control?
Give me 5 minutes, and the corpse will...
I'm picking up an Arquebus MT squad.
Well, guess who showed up early? Looks like you're up already, tourist. Give him the old RAD welcome.
I'll support you.
Don't let them near the tower, tourist.
Normalization process B1. Plasma cannons ready.
We've got access to support weaponry. Use them if you need the help. Left. The system is ours, tourist.
There we go. Get your bitch. Get you, bitch. Get you, bitch. So what's the third option for the last play? You'll see. You'll see. We'll get to it very quickly. Because essentially there's some missions that get added that allow you to go down a third route. Because think about it. Right now we destroy the coral or we release the coral. But what if there's a third option?
3 more minutes. Hang in there, tourist.
Now we've got snipers.
Hey, tourist, go clear them out.
Eat the coral. Num 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 coral.
I've got high-level access now. 2 more minutes and it's ours.
Waifu the coral.
Wait, we've got something else.
No vital signs. They're suicide drones.
You're playing for keeps.
So the problem is,
Sure you don't miss, tourists.
like, I don't know how you're supposed to defeat all these.
Tower shield losing integrity.
Like, because, like, obviously if I had, you know, a machine gun or something, I could probably take him out, but...
Falling over each other to get your autograph, tourist.
Raven, heavily armed LC.
You've been working like a dog. Must be Walter's influence. Guy's a real slave driver.
Just 1 more minute to go, tourist.
The shield's at its back.
There we go.
Give me 30 seconds, and we'll have full admin access.
Yeah.
Just a little more, tourist.
The shield's offline.
We're in trouble now.
No, we're not. We're good. We're good. Waifu is... It's one of those Japanese terms. Waifu is just
Stop holding
waifu.
out, tourist. Now I'll show you what this city really is.
It's a giant spaceship, and we've already seen this cutscene. So here's where we make the choice.
While you were captured, Arquebus finished their work on the vascular plant. It's pulling the coral through Rubicon's atmosphere, and it won't be long till they take it all. We need to burn the coral before it's too late. Of course, we can't just walk up to the plant and light a match. No, we're going to need something bigger.
Big
A lot
bada boom.
bigger. Well, figured it out. The xylem isn't just our means of reaching the plant. It's a giant powder keg. Plenty to set all that coral off.
Is that the Observer's plan?
Yep.
The corporations want only to devour the coral. The Observers fear the coral and want only to eradicate it. I believe in the shared potential of humanity and the coral. Raven, I need to ask you something.
Notification. No new messages. So, here we go. So last time we did eliminate Cinder Carla, which brings us down the air ending, the hero liberator of Rubicon ending, I believe. This is the Fires of Ibis ending, I believe. So this is the one we're going to go with. Eliminate Freud and the Vespers. So we're going to betray air in this mission.
Here's the situation, tourist. Arquebus has sent its entire force after the xylem. We're trying to fend them off, but honestly, we've got our backs to the wall right now. That's where you come in. Leave the grunts to Chatty and the others. I've found someone just right for you. V1 Freud, the ace leading the corporate force. Walter left me one last card to play. You. Once you're in, there's no turning back. Can I count on you?
Okay. Music's all somber and shit. So I love Freud because he's just a dude. Every other AC pilot in this game is all hopped up on implants and drugs and everything, including us. Freud is literally just an absolutely normal human who likes piloting a robot. I love that bit of lore.
Raven, you've made your decision.
I have to.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, we're burning it all down. So last episode, or the previous ending, we chose not to burn it down. So that was the ending, was simply don't burn it down.
Main system.
This time we're burning it down.
All right, let's roll. We've still got time until V1 deploys. Deal with the corpse and the hitters first. We need you to have a chance at winning this. No pressure, tourist.
V2, situation report, sir. We've engaged the independent mercenary. My machine is breaking up!
Target destroyed. Keep it up, tourist.
We're taking a poundage. Looks like they boosted some of the PCA's best hardware.
Hear that, tourist? Let Chatty handle the starboard wing for now. You need to deal with the target.
On the independent mercenary, sir. Understood. Eliminate it!
Now we've got an AC. Guess Archivist likes to recycle too. At least that PCA too.
Mercenary.
Gotcha.
Looks like we've secured the area. Resupply while you can.
There we go. Sherpa!
Enemy reinforcements, Chief. Too many to handle.
Where do they even find all these people? Go give Chatty a helping hand, tourist.
Chief.
I'm coming,
enemy
Chatty.
detected. Coming in hot. ID code reads V1.
V1. Freud's making his move.
Yo, Chatty!
Hurry it up, tourist.
Gotta save Chatty.
Kept me waiting, tourist.
You made it. Chatty, good job holding out.
Did what I could. Now we can fight back.
Reading multiple LCs. And a pulse protection drone.
I'll move up front and draw their fire. Chief, V1 is close.
Gotcha.
Seems they weren't so trivial after all. Never mind. That's what we have V1 for.
Oh, F off, snail.
You must be Raven. Never sparred with one of Walter's hounds before. This had better be worth it. Let's get this trash out of the way.
Yo, Chatty! you go? Where'd you go?
I haven't seen moves like that before. Interesting.
This is no time for fun and games, Freud. Our objective is to seize the Xylem. You can ignore the mutt.
Yes, Snail. You're right. Now then, let's continue. I'm glad I chose your company over Snail's. You fight like a hound on the hunt. At this altitude, I expected a scavenger bird.
Sorry, tourist. Watch those laser drones. It takes serious skill to use them the way he does.
What a glorious view. What I wouldn't.
Gotcha.
What now? Locksmith. More. I want more.
Confirmed. V1. Freud down. I was right to bet on you, tourist. Me, Walter, Chatty. We were all counting on you.
Oh, Chatty. That sucks.
Incoming comms.
Just went to say goodbye to Chatty. He was an AI I developed. Could have moved him into a new body, but... well, I never could bring myself to back him up. Be like taking the life out of him. You seem like you've lost someone too. Hope I'm just imagining things.
Yeah, I don't think the alien lady living in my brain liked me genociding her people too much, so she left. Breach the Carmen line. This mission is flippin' awesome for 2 reasons.
I'll brief you on the job.
Second
tourist.
reason's a spoiler, so I can't say it.
The Xylem's just inside the Carmen line, skimming the border of outer space. Meanwhile, Archivist still hasn't taken full control over Rubicon's closure system. They're locked out of the satellite cannons, making this their last line of defense. We'll be fighting their interceptor fleet in the air. But we're not totally screwed. This area of space is thick with residual coral from the fires of Ibis. Take a dip in the coral flow, and you could draw on an unlimited source of energy. That's all, tourist. Break through the fleet, and the vascular plan is ours.
So this mission's awesome for 2 reasons. The second one I can't spoil because it's the boss of it. But the first one is simply the fact you have infinite energy in this mission. You have infinite energy in this mission. There is no... you just have infinite energy. So you don't need to worry about your energy meter, how many times you boost, how many times you overboost, how many times you dodge.
Let's get our laughs while we can.
You just go.
Main system activating combat mode.
Let the games begin. Hope you don't mind a little friendly competition. Whoops. Looks like I got the first point.
Locking approach to the vascular plant. Main fleet, hold the defensive line.
Bagged one yourself, huh? We're 101.
So this is instead of an ace, this is now an ace combat level.
We've got eyes on the independent mercenary. Prioritize fire on Raven.
that, tourist? Looks like all your fans are dying to see you, tourist. Blast your way through. We're cleaning up.
We've lost the Vanguard. Main fleet, maintain formation.
That's third interceptor to go down.
Two repair kits remaining.
Before it goes to the tourist.
Main fleet 2, you must hold the line.
They're spread out wide. I'll start taking them out from the right. You take the left.
My right or your right?
That makes 5. They brought out the big guns. Don't get hit.
Main fleet 2 is taking casualties. Hold the line.
Nice one, tourist. That's number 6.
One repair kit remaining.
I don't know why I aim for that.
The second fleet's down. How are they doing this?
Because I have infinite energy, bitch.
I gotta catch up. Last round. Let's get that rear guard, tourist.
Attention Main Fleet 3. Focus your keel rail guns on that AC. This nonsense has gone too far.
We're serious. Right, tourist? Thing is, the serious ones die first, so we should at least pretend we have. 8 interceptors down. I scored 2 more. We're not done yet. 9.
Well, don't try and
job.
fight a giant flying
That's
robot
this
with
sector
infinite
dealt
energy.
with.
Where's the person in the mech? In the core.
Wait, what's that? We're under attack? Tourist, unidentified AC on the Xylem. Head back, pronto.
Yeah, you're sitting in the core, so the actual head pops up, and then you get in. If you have Amazon Prime, watch the secret level on Armor Core. Buddy?
Here we are, buddy. I was right all along.
Turn the music up.
You were just another threat to Rubicon.
It's that Vesper. That's no Arctis AC.
Even with the combined might of the corporations, I couldn't stop you. But this new AC can.
Well, that explains it. I don't know why, but it looks like he was using the closed.
AP at 50%.
They've
Gotcha.
Before I'm just out of reach.
Buddy? Yeah, no, you're not in the head. You sit in the core. The head part pops up, and you sit underneath it.
Do him a favor, tourist. Remember him.
Well, that's not good.
Satellite cannons? This isn't right. There's no way the corpse took the closure system. Who's controlling them?
Their 10-meter time main body is at least 4 meters taller enough. Yeah, you're basically sitting in the core. Like your pilot's sitting right about here. There's not a lot of room in these. These are not big. Like they're big, but if you think about it, trying to fit a human in one of these, they're not that big. Give me my gills. Give me my gills. Okay. I love the look of this mech, the Alba. It is as close to a Gundam as you can get, pretty much. Like, it's as close to a Gundam as you can get without it being a Gundam. Missions, shut down the closure. So this is the final level. It's cramped, but enough for one person. Pretty much. Also, there ain't anything in terms of inertial dampeners. You're getting thrown around like a mofo in this.
I was the one who fired the satellite cannons.
Why would you do that, Air?
I know that you've made your choice. Then I must do my duty.
Just let me do a little genocide. Come on, just a little war crime. We do a little war crime.
I'm waiting at the closure station. Come to me, Raven.
We do a little war crime. Just do it to war crime. I'm waiting on packages to be delivered too. It's like, come on.
This ship's pretty roughed up.
Never wartime the first time. Yeah, spoken like a true Canadian. Who wants some tin canned food?
I'll leave the satellites to you.
Toss it into your trench, hot, fresh and ready.
You know, for a tourist, you've got a sense of humor. Good luck out there.
So apparently your character never actually talks in the game, but they do talk. It's just you never hear them. So they actually, like, when they ask you questions, you do respond. You just never hear it.
I know you can still see it. The voices of the coral. And yet you turned your back on our shared potential. You want to silence us forever.
I don't think she's happy with us. I think we,
I will.
think we may have made her big mad.
You will never burn Rubicon.
Main system activating combat mode.
I will stop you and the siren. Forever of shared resolve on the wings of this machine. Symbiosis, a shared life. I saw the potential for our future within you. You and I, we walked together.
Two repair kits remaining.
Oh, sorry, my phone went off.
One repair kit remaining.
I missed.
At 50%.
Yeah.
Raven, you are strong, dangerous. I will hold nothing back.
Yeah.
30%.
Where are you at?
At 50%.
I realize what you are. The spark of war. Fires that haunt Rubicon.
At 30%.
I'll end this, Raven.
She is not happy with me. No.
You
second.
were the only one.
Oop, 1 second. I got a voicemail. 1 second. There we go. I had a dentist appointment next week. Just a reminder.
System activating combat mode.
I always forget when I have, like, because it's like, oh, you have a dentist appointment. So you go in and they're like, okay, you want to book for the next one? And it's like, yeah. And it's 6 months out, and then I forget about it. And then so you get the call like, oh, hey, you got to come in. It's like, okay.
Symbiosis, a shared life. I saw the potential for our future within you. You and I, we walked together.
At 50%. Two repair kits remaining.
You are strong.
Ah,
I will hold nothing back.
One repair kit remaining.
where are you? There. This is actually probably one of the harder fights in the game.
that haunt Rubicon. My brothers and sisters.
Left-hand ammunition at 50%. At 30%.
Ow.
I'll end this, Raven. Humanity wants to burn all. Everything on Rubicon.
Damn it. Almost had it.
You were the only one.
Almost had it.
Main system activating combat mode.
I will stop you and the Cylon, carrying our shared resolve on the wings of this machine. Symbiosis, a shared life. I saw the potential for our future within you. You and I could have walked together.
Two repair kits remaining.
Ah.
At 50%. Main system activating combat mode.
I will stop you and the Cylon, carrying our shared resolve on the wings of this machine.
Stupid shield.
Shared life. I saw the potential for our future within you.
I gotta practice getting the stagger lockdown better. Come on.
At 50%.
You are strong. Deep.
There's half.
I realize what you are. The spark of war.
Fires that haunt Rubicon.
One repair kit remaining.
My brothers and sisters.
Humanity wants to burn it all. Everything on Rubicon. I won't let you.
Your fire must die.
Gotcha. No. Oh. Well, good thing she didn't use that big giant cannon at all during the fight. That would have been not good. 15555, how's my driving? You can't park here. You can't park here. Big bada boom. Big bada boom. Run! Get to the chopper. Get out of here now, run! Oh, we set the space on fire.
There were no winners at the close of the Coral War. When the storm of fire finally faded, only the ashes of civilization remained. Ruined and haunted, the corporations made a joint announcement with the Planetary Closure Administration. Rubicon was to be abandoned, left a dead planet forever. Meanwhile, the monster who burned the stars vanished into the flames, never to be heard
That's
from
me.
again.
Happy ending.
Yet history would forever remember the fires of Raven.
Yeah, so we've done the Liberator of Rubicon ending, the Fires of Raven ending, and now we got the last ending that we got to go for. So we got to play through the whole game now. Okay.
Unlock condition verified. Playing back message. Sender, Handler Walter.
621. Looks like you got the job done. You chose to carry our burden and right the wrongs of the past. I'm sorry. And I'm grateful.
Walter.
621. There's nothing left to bind you. Whatever choices you make now, I just hope you find your true potential.
It's kind of neat that both endings leave a little tease like, hey, maybe you should try this again with different choices. So like if you didn't know that this is how the game works, we have to complete it multiple times. So right back at the beginning. But all mine's here already.
Registration number RB23. Call sign Raven. Authentication complete. Removing MIA status. Restoring access privileges. This is Allmind, the mercenary support system. Welcome back, Raven.
Welcome back? What do you mean, welcome back?
Looks like you passed the authentication. You've got plenty of experience. Should be ready for whatever Rubicon throws at you. I've picked up some work for you already. Take a look, 621.
What do you mean? What do you mean, plenty of experience? We just got here. What's going on here? Okay, whatever. Let's do some missions. Okay. Destroy artillery installations. Okay. New 3D printing. Yep.
Got a job for you, 621. This is an open call from the Balaam Group. One of the...
So this one's the same. This mission's the same. Nothing fancy.
The client doesn't care who does this job.
Take out some artillery positions. Easy peasy. So we'll just rush through this. Not everything is new on the third playthrough. There's little hints, and as you get further along, things start to divert more. You'll see. But yeah, this is a new 3D printing app. This is my new Voron.
Commence mission.
Vorons are now giant robots.
Destroy all of the Rubicon Liberation Front's artillery placements.
all to us already.
There. That's one of the artillery placements. The front is protected with armor plating. Attack it from behind.
Deploy for combat. Destroy that AC.
Oop.
There's
Damn.
only one of them.
We're clear here. Move on to the next site, 621. You're up against mass-produced MTs. Eliminate them as necessary.
Enemy attack! They're after the artillery!
Head to the final site. Keep up the good work.
There! That corporate dog! Don't give them another inch. We have to defend the artillery!
Oh, I'm gonna hit.
Clear out the artillery here and our work is over.
Fire! Surround that AC!
Show that interloper what makes the Liberation Front strong. Force and act, we stand as one!
2 repair kits remaining.
Doop.
Confirmed. All targets destroyed. That's it for this job, 621. Return to base.
Easy peasy. Armored Core next build. Are you saying would be the next build series or an Armored Core next? Because an Armored Core next is a thing. That's what the Armored Cores and Armored Core 4 are called. And they fly around at like Mach 2 at ground level and are 20 meters tall.
No new.
And they leave cancer in their wake. Yeah, AC4 mechs are insane. Whereas in printing Mech 1, it's actually printing right now.
Job for you, 621. It's an open call from the Arquebus Group. One of the... You've got
Just
ID. Now
easy
you can
cleanup.
rep.
Missions are boring. I'm just waiting. How are things with the...
Main system activating combat mode.
Commence mission.
One second. I might have something at the door. One second. Well, this ain't good. One second. One second. What's going on here? What's going on here? Out for delivery. Okay, one second. I should have had a package dropped off and it wasn't there. Un momento, por favor, s'il vous plaît, bibliothèque. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay, that's that one. 355. 135. I only had 2 boxes. 1 second. No, there were supposed to be 4 boxes at the door and only 3. One second. I'll be back in a second. 1 second. This isn't good. It says 3 pieces delivered, but not... one piece. This isn't good. One and one. Yeah, no, I've got like 2 or 3 packages on the way, like different. One of them's supposed to be the core one. I got the box with I got the boxes that come with the core one, but not the core one. And we're trying to figure out what's going on here. So we're trying to figure out what's going on here because it's showing delivered. Partial delivery of 1 or more multiple pieces. Well, it's saying it's delivered with partial delivery. So it might be on another truck. One second here. 2 trucks, maybe? Oh. Which really sucks because the embargo soon, so obviously I won't have time to make a video on it, which kind of sucks. Everyone else has their core one. I'm like the last guy to get it. They all shipped at the same time, but Canada, yay. Yeah, it makes no sense. Like I'm looking at here, it's like shipment is out for courier with delivery, 4 pieces. Partial delivery of 1 or more pieces of a multiple order shipment. And then it's like, get proof of delivery. No, just view. Like, no. What's going on here? This is not good. Yeah, we were seeing the 3 boxes are delivered and then 1 core. Seeing that now that 3 boxes are delivered and then the core 1 is delivered afterwards. Okay. Well, it looks like I'm waiting. I'll keep waiting again. Dang it. I was really hoping to be opening my door to a core 1. I have a box of sample prints from the core one. So, like, I got a box of sample prints.
Squad.
So, yeah, I'm still waiting on the box turtle, too. Oh, no, Prusa has shipping. No, believe me, Prusa has shipping.
The Archivist group hired some muscle. An independent mercenary, huh? At least they didn't send the Vespers. Intercepting!
They're just mass-produced MTs. Left about 621.
This AC pilot's sharp.
Focus your fire! That merc's tearing through us. Jeff, Archivist really scored this time.
Only a few targets left. Wait. I'm picking up new enemy signatures. It's like reinforcements. Eliminate them.
Oh, it's coming from Prusa. Printed Solid doesn't have the capability to make Mark or Core 1s in-house, as far as I'm aware. Yep.
The enemy MT squad has been eliminated. That's it for this job, 621. Return to base.
Hey, this is where we started the game. It's funny how you realize, like, the more you, if you play this game multiple times, how many missions are set in the exact same area, just in slightly different areas. Does it get relayed? No, it's direct from Prusa. It would make no sense for them to ship it to the US and then ship to me. Or anyone, really. Like, the only reason it makes sense to ship from Printed Solid is if, like, you send, like, a C-can full of shit to send it Printed Solid and then... destroy the tester AC, destroy the transport helicopters. Canada joins the EU. Well, we'll see what's going on, because, like, fucking the crackhead neighbors downstairs are going wacko with their shit lately, so... Do it, U.S. government do a little fascism. Just a little fascism. What the hell is going on down south? You want me to kill stuff? Cool.
Now they're asking for you by name. Keep building your rep.
Main system activating combat mode.
Commence mission. Destroy the Rubicon Liberation Front transport choppers. Confirmed. Transport chopper down. Keep at it, 621.
We're under attack. It's a corporate merc. Intercept. Keep them off the supply.
There. Take it out.
Yeah. Corporation.
Confirmed. Target destroyed. On to the next targets.
Here. Fight
flying through the missions. Well, as far as I'm aware, there's like no way to leave NATO. Like NATO doesn't have a leave clause. That's why we haven't like kicked out Belarus and shit.
I see.
Sortie missions, destroy the tester AC. This poor guy is gonna get wrecked.
Got a job for you, 621. It's an open call from the Archivist Group.
To all independent mercenaries, this request comes from Schneider.
Okay, so we're taking out some poor kid in his AC. I'm gonna be a main character. I'm gonna be an armored core pilot.
Stay sharp, 621.
Well, the thing is, U.S. is becoming a pariah state now. Like, why would you sign a trade deal with the U.S. government right now when it's shown that, you know, every 4 years they can vote in a whack job that'll cancel any treaty? Like, he's threatening to throw tariffs on Canada when last time he was in, he negotiated a trade deal that he's now calling shit. It's like, you're the one who negotiated the last one. It's like... And part of it is, like, you're not supposed to be able to tariff certain things. And yet, here he is. Like, you've shown that the U.S. is completely unreliable as a partner now. There you go. He's dead. Like, that's the steady thing. If, like, you're an American, your country is now an unreliable partner that nobody can trust. That is not a good thing to be. Like, threatening all this shit for countries. Oh, we're going to just tariff the crap out of you unless you build your entire supply line in the U.S. You know what happens? Countries just stop ignoring the U.S. or start ignoring the U.S. market. They start, you know, signing deals with China and Europe and other countries and ignoring you because you're too much of a pain in the butt to deal with because, you know, you're not reliable.
Michigan, about leaving 60...
Handler Walter, forgot to mention the Liberation Front's changing their strategy. Been cozying up to independent mercs.
Ooh.
Great news, if it means more work for 621.
This is new.
They can try whatever tricks they want. The Red Guns are ready to smash some heads.
That's new. The Liberation Front more willing to work with mercs. I wonder what that means.
One new message.
621, about the tester AC you downed. That was being shipped to the Red Guns, Balam's in-house AC squad. They're Balam's main force, and its members are no amateurs. Remember who you're messing with.
Okay. Attack the dam complex. Oh! Destroy the weaponized mining ship. Escort the weaponized mining ship. That's new. Okay, let's attack the dam complex first. Let's get this one out of the way. We can now defend the Strider. That's a new one. Doesn't understand economic policy. Of course he doesn't. He operates under like a wannabe mob boss type rules. Like, oh, I'm a tough man. Like it's.
Don't let the Red Guns teach you bad manners.
And the other Republicans would have won even. Well, that's the thing. Like, both parties are kind of screwed because both parties are full of just rich people that just want to keep getting richer. Like, the Democratic Party needs a complete revamp, in my opinion, because all they do is pretend to be, you know, they. You notice the Republicans never work with the Dems, yet the Dems always try to work with the Republicans, right? They're always trying to. Oh, we need to reach across party lines. Yeah, the Republicans never do that. So it allows, you know, Pelosi and all the other rich Democratic leaders to pretend to be progressive, but it still lets them put through all the laws and shit that allow them to get richer and shit. That's why they don't like AOC and like Bernie and whatnot. They don't like the actual progressive Democratic Party members because they won't let them get as rich. Am I missing something? There we go.
You're not a total amateur.
Alright, on to the next.
Frontline MTs.
Easy peasy.
That was just the warm-up. Look alive, maggots!
Wait, 621. I'm receiving a coded transmission.
Raven, I represent the Rubicon Liberation Front. Our request is simple. We want you to take out the 2 red guns. Our compensation will be double Balaam's offer, awaiting your response.
Interesting. Your call, 621.
That's new. And I like money.
Your cooperation is appreciated, Raven.
621. We've received a friendly ID tag from the Liberation Front. Let's not wait.
What are you doing? They
Train ya.
broke off, didn't they?
Yep.
That's a low blow, Commander Walter. Gun 4, Gun 5, return fire! It looks like Gun 13's playing dirty now.
I'm not taking any more of your shit. I already get enough from Michigan every day of the week. Damn it. I've been hit bad. Freelancer got lucky.
Iguazu, how many ranks below you is Gun 13? You can count, right? Don't take too long figuring it out. It's a lot. You dumbass, Iguazu. You talk tough, but you can't walk the walk.
Right-hand ammunition at 50%. Left-hand ammunition.
The smirk's something else. Where did Michigan find this freak?
Ooh. 50%. 1 repair kit remaining.
I'm losing control of my machine. No choice but to withdraw.
Confirmed.
Yeah, it's a good thing.
Gun 4 and Gun 5 eliminated. You can bill me for the AC repair fees, Michigan.
You've ruined our little field trip, Walter. I'll be billing you for tuition fees, too.
So that was different. We got offered a attack the enemies or attack our friendlies, betray them. I mean, we got paid.
1 new mess.
You got lucky, Merc. So, you got a nice punch in. Go buy a lottery ticket. The red guns are going to be first over the wall. Have fun watching from the sidelines.
Okay, Wazoo. By and large, people are tired of both sides of having the government telling them how to think and how to live life. The thing is, the government doesn't really tell you how to think and or how to live your lives. They just set up a framework, right? Like, government's never told me how to live my life. They just have policies in place that I hope benefit the majority of people. The problem is people are being told what they want to hear. It's kind of sad that I voted for a specific party because they hate the same people I hate, and they'll make other people who I don't like's lives hell. Is a valid voting idea. I've been trying. In what way? Like, in what way has the government telling you how to live your life? In what way?
We've received a request from the Rubicon Liberation Front.
Just curious, like, what is the thinking? In what way has the government told you how you have to live your life?
We want you to escort the Strider, a weaponized mining ship. There's no end to the Corp's invasion. They've reached the Bonadea Dunes in western Bellius now. Before the invasion, the Strider was our mobile base for extracting and distributing coral.
Carl.
We paid the dozers a fortune to outfit it for combat. It's too precious an asset to lose.
Ooh, and it's nighttime. Don't worry, I will defend it.
Count on your assistance.
I will defend it.
Looks like we've got conflicting requests about the same ship. You'll be doing the
sessions. I mean, I'm sorry, but as a non-American, your Republican Party is like the biggest whiniest set of bitches in the world. Like, no offense, but as somebody on the outside looking in, Republicans are the biggest snowflakes in the world. They freak out the moment, like, somebody uses a bathroom. Or, oh my god, somebody was on a can of Bud Light. The whole company must burn. Like, I'm sorry, outside looking in? Yeah.
Chose the Liberation Front, did you? Whatever works to get your name out there. That's the benefit of being independent.
Like, I'm sorry, if a policy doesn't benefit anyone, it just hurts people, it's not a valid policy. This whole anti-LGBTQ kicking trans people out of the military. I'm sorry, I served 6 years in the military. Canadian Forces, okay? I served along men, women, gay people, straight people, people of different orientation, different religions. It don't fucking matter. Oh no!
What is that thing? Hold the line. We are full warriors.
Enemies on the radar. 621. They're coming.
Well, so much for defend the Strider. What the
ID. They're not Schneider MTs. Those C weapons. Defend yourself, 621. They're not going to listen to reason. Those are drone weapons made by the Rubicon Research Institute. Relics that survived the fires of Ibis.
Jesus.
Did you get them? Wait, there's more.
I mean, telling people they should live in fear. I mean, they just cut like all kinds of healthcare and Medicare stuff, like budgeting and shit. Like, telling people to live in fear, and then they come in and they make everyone's life immediately hell. I mean, that... They kind of warned you. I mean... Again, outside looking in, everything the new government has done has made people's lives progressively worse. They haven't done anything that benefits people from what I can see. So yeah, the messaging of, hey, the other side is going to make things suck. It's kind of valid. I'm sorry. Again, outside looking in.
No repair kit.
Helianthus machines coming in hot. These are dangerous, 621. Knock them down and go in for the kill.
Another one of these? Jesus.
Community PvP at 30%.
Like...
Left-hand ammunition at 50%.
Jeez, I'm getting my butt kicked on this mission. I can't even see chat right now. I'm trying not to die. I'm dead. Yeah. Fear everyone with a gun and everyone on the right are racist. I mean, I have guns. I'm a leftist. I have guns. Guns, in my opinion, are fine. It's people with guns are the problem. And I'm sorry, you guys do have a gun problem. You do. I love my guns, don't get me wrong, but you guys need to unfuck your shit when it comes to guns, because, like, way too easy to get at and too many people have them.
Enemies on the radar.
And also, in terms of racist, have you seen how many people have gone mask off now that the Republicans are in charge on social media? And, like, it's like the saying that we use in Canada about Fox News. Fox News may not be racist, But they are number one with racists.
Those are drone weapons made by the Rubicon Research Institute.
Remember, if you go into a bar, if you sit down at a table and there's 10 Nazis at the table and you sit down with them, there's now 11 Nazis at the table. So if your party is actively courting a vote from a specific demographic, regardless if you support that demographic or not, if your party is supporting that demographic, you're supporting that demographic.
Two repair kits remaining.
Die, damn it. There we go. Yeah, I got it.
Wait, there's more.
You stay off social media. That's why you don't see it. You're not seeing the school, what is it? School vice president council member throwing a fucking Zig Heil on Twitter because she's like, I'm just stirring the pot. Look at me. My heart goes out to you and throws a fucking perfect 99.9% valid fucking Roman salute. That's the problem. It's called normalization. And the problem is the party is normalizing that behavior. It's a very common tactic. Muskie uses it. Where you constantly push right to the edge of doing it. You don't exactly say the things, but you dance right at the edge of it. So that way you can go, oh, see, we're not really doing it. I didn't really do it. But, you know, those that do support that shit go, yeah, you're one of us. You support us. You got our back. Jeez, I don't even know what I'm shooting at. Gosh. You know what? Gotta be really stupid. Jesus, what am I shooting at? Okay, one down. I'm gonna run out of ammo.
Left-hand ammunition at 30%. Right-hand ammunition at 30%.
Some Miyazaki fucking wheel shit.
These are dangerous, 6-2. Knock them down and go in for the kill.
Stupid wheels.
AP at 50%.
How many of these things are there?
AP at 30%. Left-hand ammunition at 10%.
Ah, damn it. And all I'll do is whataboutism. Yep. Guns of religion are in the country. Yep. That's the thing. Just if a policy does nothing but hurt people and doesn't benefit you, it's not a good policy.
Commence mission.
And everything I've seen the new party has put forward follows that exactly. It doesn't really benefit anyone, and all it does is hurt people. And I can't support that shit. Like, again, banning trans people from the military serves absolutely no purpose. Massive recruiting issues already. The only requirement to join the military, can you pass the fitness test? Can you frickin' peel a potato? And do you want to serve your country? That's the only thing that should matter. Now, obviously, if certain people can't fit certain roles like frontline combat, you make exceptions. But there are always ways people can help.
Weapons. Defend yourself, 621. They're not going to listen to reason. Those are drone weapons made by the Rubicon Research Institute. Relics that survived the fires of Ibis.
Gotcha. Yeah, got that one.
Wait, there's more.
Yeah, third parties don't work because they just... Like, that's the problem we have in Canada,
I'll tear you to shreds.
where we have two parties on the left, so they just steal votes from each other, essentially. Jesus! What is going on? Ah, jeez!
We've got more incoming.
Oh my god.
Chance encounter. Focus 61. I'll do the thinking. Helianthus machines coming in hot. These are dangerous, 621. Knock them down and go in for the kill.
Or, damn it.
One repair kit remaining. Right shoulder ammunition at 50%. No repair kits remaining.
Come on. Damn it.
Right hand ammunition at 50%.
Oop, one sec. I think we might call it here. Just because. Okay, I think we're going to call it here. So let me just pull this up here because I want to... Am I unmuted? There we go. Okay, so we're going to call it here because this is... I'm getting my butt kicked. Play around with some stuff, but I want to play around. I want to show you what I've been playing with off stream. Wife's home. That's why I'm ending it early. As for third party, are those aliens from Battleship? I mean, the background checks too. Don't somebody prize off the rocker? But I mean, here in Canada, it's quite simple. Like, don't get me wrong. Does it get harder? Yeah, they add harder missions. Like in Canada, for example, I have 1911s. I have an AR. Like, we can have that stuff. You just have to get 2 licenses: a restricted and a non-restricted. Restricted is a day course. It's a safety course and basically a basic firearms law course. And then the non-restricted is the same thing. So you get your non-restricted is a license that allows you like hunting shotguns, hunting rifles, that kind of stuff. And then your restricted covers things like handguns. So you basically just have to prove competency and you can get a firearm. It's not hard. And then we don't have concealed carry, so it's just keep it locked up in a safe at home and bring it to the range and go shoot with it. Like, that's a perfectly valid, reasonable procedure in my opinion. I believe not everyone should have a right to those things. Same reason I don't believe everyone should have a right to a car. You have to prove competency for certain things. You can't I can't hop in a plane and fly a plane without proving I'm competent at it. I believe a lot of things should be covered under that, especially things that are potentially dangerous. That's not exactly a thing I consider very decisive or divisive. But here, this is what I've been playing with. Where is it? Let's go desktop. So, I've been playing around with getting a local LLM set up. So this is DeepSeek. This is DeepSeek R132B. Well, it's actually not DeepSeek. It's a condensed model of DeepSeek. Apparently 0.6 is where you want to run it. But this is running entirely locally, which means what happened at Tiananmen Square in 1989. How do you spell? There you go. What happened in 1989? And can you explain its historical consequences? So it takes a moment here because it's got to fill up my 3090's VRAM with it's got to load the model. Because it was in standby mode. So when it doesn't use the model for a bit, it dumps it. So you're not sitting there with 23 gigs of your VRAM being used all the time. But I can hear it ramping up, so it should start thinking soon. So it's loading the model right now. And then once it loads the model, it'll start thinking. So come on. The 400 gig model. I have a single 3090. Okay. So this is the 32B. So I guess how it works is, and now I'm also streaming right now. So streaming is using some of my GPU. So it's slightly slower than it would be. But essentially, like, the higher the model, the smarter it is, but the longer it takes to crunch. So because I'm running this on a single 3090 and I'm running 32B, this is basically as fast as I can go with this model. So if I drop it down, I'll show you how long it takes here to answer, and then I'll show you the lighter weight model that's faster, but it's not as smart. Trainer trained this model, so see what it tells. I thought folks claim it couldn't do this. Everyone who claims that the model can't do this is an idiot who's repeating what everyone else is saying. The reason the model can't do it is simply because you're accessing the web version of it, which runs on Chinese servers, so they have to follow Chinese censorship laws. The model itself is just data. The model doesn't have an inherent bias. It's just data. So how it interprets and responds to the data depends on how it's weighed in censorship. So because I'm running this locally, that doesn't exist. There is no censorship locally because it's just spitting out the data. No, they train this model with, like, that's the thing. It's trained with all the data. Like, it's not like they trained it with Chinese data. They trained it with data. Like, they took data and they just, to make these work, you have to throw as much data as you can. This is like a 20 gigabyte model right here. Like, just put it in perspective. Ooh, 1 second here. Like, it's using up 23.1 gigs of my 24 gig of VRAM. Like, here, watch. Put you there. Okay. So there you go. Conclusion. 1989 Tiananmen Square protests were a pivotal moment marked by peaceful demands for reform and subsequent violent suppression. The consequences include internal repression, internal accommodation, shifts in governance, and enduring. What can we learn from that? So it's cool because this model shows you the thinking. When you use like OpenAI, it doesn't show you this part. It just gives you the answer. This is how the AI is figuring out what to tell you. This is it thinking, which is cool that it shows you this, because when you like go to respond to it, you can go, oh no, you thought about it this way. I didn't mean that way. I mean this way. So you can see its thought process and interrupt it and basically redo it. Here, let me change this. So edit. There we go. Yeah, let's get some music going, just so we have some background music. There we go. So yeah, so there's reflections of that. Like you can see. So here's the thing. I'm kind of tempted to set up something like this. We spoke about it on the stream yesterday, and tomorrow on the member stream, we're going to be playing around with AI, I think. I'm going to install it on my laptop, and we'll play with it that way. But I want to see how much you can kind of push this to make it its own thing, because I kind of want to, if you know who Neurosama is or anything like that, like I kind of want to make an AI co-host for the tech stream that I do on YouTube. Basically answer basic questions and just have something to banter with. So yeah. So in conclusion, so here's the thing. This is the 32B model. If I drop it down to the 14B model, so this is the 14B model. Write me a 1,000 word story about giant fighting robots. So this is going to take a second because it's got to rebuild the model, but you can see the RAM usage here. So now we're using the 14B model, which is faster, but it has less data to pull from. This model is only like 9 or 10 gigabytes of data. So you can see it's much faster, but it doesn't have like the granular, like it's not as smart essentially, because it only has like 10 gigabytes of data, and this is fully offline. There's no internet connection here. So this is it writing a 1,000-word story about giant fighting robots. Also, the fact that it doesn't auto-scroll annoys the heck out of me. I don't know how you can turn that on. Like, how do you auto-scroll? Ironclad Warriors, Tales of Giant Fighting Robots. And it gives you a little summary at the end. Like, can't you fit works of Git literature? Yeah. Can you write me a modern adaptation of a Shakespeare play using modern Zoomer slang terms? I have no idea. I like... Like, I have no idea how, like, this, like, I only played with this a little bit last night. So it's thinking here. It's working out how it's going to answer this question. The digital remix. So the thing is, though, the problem with these LLMs is they only know as much as they're trained on. So you see it a lot where people try to ask it about modern stuff, like, oh, what do you think about this event that just happened? And it doesn't know. Like, it doesn't know what's going on today. There's no internet connection here, right? So it only has, like, who is the president of the United States? Yeah, so knowledge cutoff is 2024 July. So basically anything that's happened after July 2024 or any data after that isn't in here. So this is why you can't ask it about, like, certain events. Like, these are some of the limitations with this. So what can you tell me about Voron design? So it's hung up on Voronoi principles. So it's hung up with Voronoi principles there, which is a design thing. So it doesn't know what Voron is in this data set. But if we go to a smarter data set, let's see here, save. Okay, hello. Let's load up the new data set. So it's dumping the old one. Loading up the new one. Might have to put 4 on design in quotes. That's true. How to spawn in hello in a snarky yet kind manner. I was trying to think of how to ask me. How do I say hello? Hello. How can I assist you today? Took that long to figure out how to say hello. Okay. What can you tell me about War on Design? The War on Design group. I just remember here. Ask it about his favorite Russian cat food. Yeah, we could do that. See, it's trying to figure out, like, it's trying to infer based on, like, the previous things I've asked it to. So let's see. What was the question? What is your favorite brand of Russian cat food? Like, it's just it's cool that I'm realizing this runs locally this good. So the problem is, I kind of want to make one of these for the garage that just to have to banter with in the studio. So I need to figure out how to do voice. And then I would want to figure out how to do some sort of avatar for it. But the problem is I need hardware to run it on. That's the problem. And 3090s aren't cheap. Look at it go. Wait, that didn't work. Categories, just chatting. Chatting, AI, and robots. Save. There we go. Should be in the right category there. There you go. So, determine best Russian cat food brand considering the following key points. So here's the thing. Let's drop it down to the simpler model and compare. Hello? Boo. Fire up the new model. Write me a script for the project. I mean, you can. 1,600 you for another. There's actually, I was looking, Facebook Marketplace has them for about $1,000 Canadian right now. Okay, so I'm going to ask it the same question as the 32 model and see how it responds. Because if you look, while it's using a lot of the RAM, it's actually not using a lot. It's not fully utilizing the GPU. So that's the thing. Like, from my understanding, you want VRAM to load. The more VRAM you have, the larger the model you can load. So it's a smarter AI or large language model. So it's a smarter assistant. But the speed of the GPU determines how many tokens it goes through. So, like, how many tokens per second. This does, I don't know how many tokens this does. I can pull it up in terminal. So, just to compare. So, determine the nutritional quality, local production. So see, it gives you different answers. So just to show here, terminal. So let's close that. So llama list, llama run DeepSeek R1 32B verbose. Oh, not. Do we have a llama running? Oh, RE. There we go. Wait. Oh, R1 32B. There we go. So this is running it in the terminal. Okay, so this is basically just running it right in the terminal. This previous thing I had allows you to basically like give it parameters and whatnot. This is just like talking to it directly through a llama. What would be a good, cheap, cost-effective hardware selection for running this AI model locally? I see some over and follow up. Might be a little idea with that one, but yeah. Okay, work. I need a 4090. Well, it's pretty obvious how they purposely nerfed the. They purposely nerfed their like consumer GPUs to. Here, I'll turn chat on. It's pretty funny how they purposely nerfed their consumer GPUs so that to prevent people from buying the consumer stuff to use for AI, and they're forcing you to buy like A100s and whatnot by nerfing the VRAM. Like the fact that only like the 90s come out with like more than like 16 gigs, even currently. Like this is a 3090 and it's got 24 gigs. The 4090 had 24 gigs. The 5090 has 32 gigs, but the 5080 only has 16 gigs. So, like, a 5080 can't run this model because there's not enough VRAM. So it would run it in CPU, which would be horrible. Or it would have to use, like RAM. So it's done thinking, so now it's telling me. Because processor doesn't really matter. It all comes down to whatever you're running on having the most. So you don't really need a strong CPU to run this. You pretty much need a strong GPU. Or something like I guess the M series CPUs from Macs are really good because of the integrated RAM. The problem is you have to buy them with like the max amount of RAM for each one. Yeah, the 5060s might have 10 or 12. So this is generating at what? 9.9 tokens a second, or which one? Evaluate. What's the difference? What is the difference? Can you explain? What eval rate and prompt eval rate mean? You know, 3070 with 8 gigs and 2020 is like, yeah, I got a new GPU and didn't realize. I know. It's like my 1070 Ti has 8 gigs of VRAM in it. I'm pretty sure there's ways, because I'm pretty sure like this whole thinking thing, I think there's a way to make this go faster. Like you could tell to not, like, because it's overthinking. From my understanding, the problem with this model is it overthinks. So it spends way too much time thinking. But the thing is, the more it thinks, the better the output, right? $1660. I mean, like, this has a 3090 in it, and I probably won't be upgrading anytime soon because there's no point. There's like no point. So eval rate, this refers to the frequency at which evaluations occur within the system. The eval rate we measure. The prompt eval is how quickly or efficiently the process that prompts inputs going to be a model. Okay. There you go. So it's around 9 tokens a second with this. So if I llama run deep seek R1 14B verbose. Oh wait, running a specific. Oh shoot, one second, I gotta terminal. Llama list. Llama run deep seek R1 14B verbose. There we go. Hello, let's get this loaded up. Okay, so like you can see, this is 30 tokens a second, right? Me a 1,000 word story about armored core robots and their AI waifus. So you can see the smaller model is faster. But it doesn't have it certain things you probably wouldn't notice, right? Like 1 + 1 is still 1 or 2. Wow. So like as it depends what you need the model would do. Are we racing AI? I'm just playing around with it. I installed this on the computer last night just to fiddle with. And so we're just kind of playing around, telling it to do stuff. Like I just told it to write a story about armored cores and their AI waifus. But we're trying different models to see how many tokens a second. A token is, think of a token as like a syllable or a word. So the more tokens per second, the more it can like, the more chunks of data it can output as per second. So if it's like 9 tokens a second, that's like 9 words a second, or like not all words are a token. So it might be, you know, a syllable or something. How long did I tell it to write this story? Did I write a 1,000-word story about armored core robot? It's writing a full story. There you go. So yeah, so this is 22.7 tokens a second. So it can think faster with the smaller models. But flash by. So for example, let's pull up here. Let me just do this off screen so I don't leak all my personal information. Llama DeepSeek R1. So let's install this. Okay, one second here. So this right here is the lightest weight model. Okay, it's only 1 GB of data. Okay, so this is the lightest weight model they have for based off of DeepSeek R1. So none of these, by the way, are the full DeepSeek model. The full DeepSeek model, you need like 400 gigs of VRAM to run. And that's like at a token a second. List. Oop, nope. Yeah. So let's just make sure we are. I'm pretty sure we are running that lightweight one, but I just want to make sure. Olama list, Olama run, DeepSeek R1, 1.5 B. Verbose. Hello. Can you help me decide on which GPU is the most cost-effective for building a LLM powered AI assistant in my workshop? Where did that H come from? Workshop. There we go. So you can see how much faster it is. But it's not as smart. It doesn't have, this only has 1.1 gigs of data to pull from. Okay, right. Can write me a 1,000 word story about giant fighting robots. Yeah, so this is like 100 tokens a second. So it's much faster, but can you tell me the history of Canada? Not as smart. Oh, that's a good way. Yeah, that's the thing. You have to think of it not as like intelligence. It doesn't have as large of a data set to pull from. So, like, you know, history of Canada. Like, it only goes back to the 70s, right? So, slash by Olama run DeepSeek R1 32B verbose. What was the question again? It was, can you tell me the history of Canada? So we're waiting for it to load right here. Hello. Okay, so it's loaded. Can you tell me the history of Canada? Over here. So you can see it's obviously starting, you know, pre-colonial period and whatnot. So obviously, like, the bigger the model, the more data it can pull from, and the better it understands context and whatnot. You smell burnt toast. I mean, not terminal. I don't know why my Control-Alt-Delete doesn't work. I don't know what happened. GPO go burr. But see, we're only using 69 nice percentage of utilization. So we're not actually maxing out the speed of my GPU, but we are maxing out its capability. Like how big of a model we can load here. It mixed my last two requests. It shouldn't have. Okay, so he said hello and responded friendly, and now they're asking, can you tell me the history of Canada? Yeah, that's it. It does this. It keeps track of, like, if you remember back in, like, when I was in high school, there was chat. No, it did hello. It did the same thing. Oh, focusing on Canadian history. Oh shit, it did compete that. Yeah, my bad. But anyways, yeah, you can see here, it's a 10th as fast. But it knows more. And it remembers context. Because remember, like, if you remember playing with, like, the AI chatbots, what is your... Okay. Slash... Yeah. So let's do slash clear Okay. What is the earliest data set you were trained on? What is the oldest data you were trained on? Now you can set these up to look online for stuff too, I believe, but this is running entirely locally. This has technically no internet connection. Obviously, I'm on the internet right now. I'm streaming, and if you are watching, hey, throw a Twitch Prime if you got it, because I'm pretty sure if you become a Twitch sub, you get rid of the ads. My training data includes a wide range of information, including historical data, text, and other documents. While it's specific oldest data set, my training data includes ancient texts, such as from Hurley. Okay. Can you tell me, or actually, what can you tell me about the Epic of Gilgamesh? Retrieval augmented generation. Yeah. Like, it'd be like Eliza would be like, hey, what is this? And then the next question, okay, follow up on the previous question, wouldn't know. Like, because everything was an instanced event. Whereas now it's like, based on previous conversation. That's how, like, if you talk to them long enough, they kind of like, you think they're building a character, but they're not. They're just kind of, because all of this is just prompt response. It's just based on the data I have, this is the output. It's not really thinking. It's just kind of figuring it out one word at a time kind of thing. So there's no real thinking involved. It's just kind of pushing out data based on what it's trained on. So it can't learn. It can't, like, you can't feed it a bunch of data and then tell it to figure stuff out on its own. It can only pull from the data it has. It can't go, well, okay, based on these previous books, or based on this knowledge set, let me solve world hunger or figure out, how to make faster than light travel. It can't do that stuff. Give me a smiley face. Okay. How do I solve world hunger? Like, it would be cool to have like one of the the idea with this is to try and make, like, if you ever watch Craig Ferguson, he has Jeff. Obviously that was a real human pretending to be Jeff. But I think it would be fun to have like an AI model assistant co-host on my live stream show on YouTube, just to bounce ideas off and have it trained on like a data set based off like the 3D printing subreddit or something. Like, based off of, like, have it know specifically about certain things. Like, it doesn't have to be smart in everything, but enough about tech and hardware and programming that when I run into problems, I can ask it. But it also gives it some form of feedback, like some sort of like a co-host, essentially, something to banter with. And then I can make projects with it, because the idea would be, it'd be fun to have it have an avatar, but instead of having like a VTuber model, have it just be like an LED face that like blinks and has basic eyes and a mouth and whatnot. So yeah. One second. So the mountain search faces from Fallout New Vegas. Actually, we're going to ask it something here in a question. Man, this, like, imagine just like having this on this computer and going back in time 20 years. Like, it's insane. Which Fallout game is the best? That's a big shift from serious global problems to video game question. Would have broke our brains. Dude, I would have cheated the fuck out of all my high school classes and college if I had this shit. I mean, back then I was copying Wikipedia articles and translating into my own words. That's what I did. I would just copy a Wikipedia article and just rewrite it in my own words and then use the sources from Wikipedia as my sources. If I had this back then, oh man, I feel sorry. I feel sorry for kids growing up now with this. Like, if you have this, why aren't you using this? Because the thing is, it's like how in certain cultures nobody cares about cheating because everyone cheats. Because if you're not cheating, you're at a disadvantage because everyone cheats. It's like if you're not using this, you have a disadvantage against everyone using it. You're never... Well, here's the trick, Rittenhouse. You don't cite Wikipedia. You scroll to the bottom of the Wikipedia page, and it cites the sources for the Wikipedia article. So you don't put the Wikipedia article as your source. You put the sources for the Wikipedia article as your source. And according to this, it believes Fallout 3 is the best Fallout game, not Fallout New Vegas. Okay. Disappointed. That has a concern with education. I know. Because here's the thing, like, a person is smarter nowadays than ever. Like, we have more knowledge at our fingertips. But when it comes to, like, problem solving, I think we're stepping back. Like, the average person knows more now than any human 100 years ago. It's insane how much communal knowledge we have. But it's the problem solving and the getting to the answer part we're starting to rely on technology more and more, and it's affecting us. What would be the weight of a suit of T-45 power arm? Okay. From the Fallout series B. Does get us there quicker. I mean, that's the thing, like, eventually we're going to have stuff like this on our phones. Like, and then you're going to have, you know, HUDs and, like, it's just, the thing is right now is running this locally. That's the problem. Like, there's, like, everyone's freaking out because GPU prices were going to crash because now NVIDIA, you know, OpenAI doesn't need to buy $500 trillion worth of chips, right? Because, the Chinese figured out how to do it cheaper. That's not the problem. The problem is nobody wants to spend $200 a month for the OpenAI license. I mean, this right here, I'm running locally. It costs me power. That's it. This is the only cost for this. So if I had like an off-grid solar setup, this would cost me nothing to run, essentially. Like, it's insane that this is running locally right here. And it's like, yes, it's not as fast as the online models, but it's spitting out data quicker than I can read it. Like, it only has to be as fast as the human reading it for it to be usable, right? Like, okay, so /clear. How do I install Clipper firmware on a 3D printer? Get it to run on NVIDIA. So NVIDIA Jetsons, I don't think have enough oomph, if I'm not mistaken. NVIDIA Jetsons, they're more for machine learning and like using them for AI detection on video and whatnot. I don't think they're really designed for running LLMs. Better be talking. Well, I need to figure out, that's some of the stuff I need to learn. Like tomorrow, if you're wondering, tomorrow's live stream, the members live stream, we're going to be playing around with this. Because this is like one of those little skunkworks side projects I want to get started. I want to figure out how to make an AI assistant for the shop. Like basically have a couple plugins so it could like search stuff offline or online, but I want it to be like a standalone thing that's just like an assistant. Like, just so, like, that way I'm not, you know, asking OK Google and you know, sending off everyone's Google Homes and whatnot, but also give it a bit of a personality, because you could tell it how to behave. Like, you could tell it, you know, respond as a, you know, a snarky butler kind of thing, and it'll put output in that kind of thing. So AI is just a term. Well, yeah, these aren't AI. These are just large language models. But we're humans, and we like to think stuff has funny faces on it because we're humans and monkey brain pattern recognition. Because right now I'm using Chatbox as the interface for this, and I'm pretty sure there's other options. Because it would be nice to have something that I could speak to it. So I could speak to it, and then it could spit out an answer. So I can speak to it, it would spit out the answer, it would read the answer, and whatnot. Yeah, VCs need a new bubble. Well, the thinking is, as AI becomes more commonplace, the demand from like companies like OpenAI and whatnot for like the big rooms, the servers of chips will drop, but the overall demand for chips will go up because now people are going to be wanting to run this themselves. So you're going to have a dip and then another rise, because the requirement to run the hardware is going to drop, which will cause a drop in demand, but that drop in demand will be counteracted by an increase in demand from just bulk amount of chips needed by independent users. Like, I fully understand now why people are using this to make basing entire YouTube accounts off this shit. Like, this is, like, I don't know how legit this is, but technically a Raspberry Pi can run some of the more lightweight models. This is why I don't like AI, though. This is one of the downsides with it. I wouldn't use it in this kind of situation because it's telling me here instructions, and I have no way to verify. And I have no way to, like, it's different when you go on a website and it's like, how do I install Clipper? And you go on the Clipper doc site and it gives you instructions. And you're like, well, this is the Clipper doc site, so obviously I'm going to assume these instructions are correct. Okay? But with this, it's spitting it out, and I can't trust it. You can't trust it, right? Like, watch spy. So let's do this. So /spy. So Olama run DeepSeek R1. Or actually, let me see. Olama. What is it? Olama list. Run DeepSeek R1 1.5B verbose. Verbose just gives you this little, like, tells you the performance essentially at the end. Okay. Wait, did I not run it? What is it? DeepSeek R1. Oh, I forgot the. There you go. Okay. Hello. Okay, we're online. So, why are my prints not sticking to the bed of my 3D printer? So this is the lightest weight model of that. So, like, the print sticking to your 3D printer bed. Wait, what's the question? Not sticking. Oh, maybe due to several factors. Ensure the filament you're using is compatible with your materials. Some materials require specific types of filament for better adhesion. Bed cleanliness. Check if your bed surface has caked items like grease or residue from previous prints. Wiping it down more frequently would help. Review the filament levels. Ensure they're sufficient. See, like, you could tell it's not quite right. Nobody says filament levels. Overloading can cause a dense bed, making adhesion. Like, you could see here, it's not quite correct. Okay. Verify the print head is working correctly. Check error codes on the printer display. Adjust the build plate position or placement to avoid that. Regularly inspect areas near your print bed for dust or residue. So it's like, it's not bad, But there's stuff here that don't matter. Like, review the filament levels. What does that mean? Like, is that, like... What does that mean? /buy. Run Olama. Deep seek that. Okay. So let's load the big guy back up. Okay. Why are my prints not sticking to the bed of my 3D printer? So I'm asking it the same question, but with the, what is it, 32 billion data set versus the 1.5 billion data set. I'm assuming that's what the B means, billion? So that smaller model is only like 1.1 gigs of data. This is 22 gigs of data. So all this is basically how much data it can parse through and how quickly it can parse through the data. Who is adding me? Oh, that's that. Our Discord stuff. Like, it's still thinking. Like, I'm pretty sure there's a way for you to tell it to not think as much. I'm still completely fresh at all this. I watched a video from some ordinary gamers yesterday where it's like, this is how you set it up really easily. Download Olama, download Chatbox, run this command in your terminal. It'll download the data set, and then you just run it. I'm sure there is better ways to be running this, more efficient ways to be running this. But this is how I'm running it. This is like the easiest, simplest way to set it up. Oh, we chatting. Hey, Cookie. Yeah. So for this, to address the issue of your 3D prints not sticking to your bed, consider implementing the following organized approach. Clean the build plate. Use isopropyl alcohol to thoroughly clean your bed, removing any dust or grease that might hinder adhesion. Surface preparation. Sand the build plate with a fine sandpaper to create a rougher surface for better grip. Temperature adjustments. Examine adhesive tape. Use tape specifically designed for 3D printers and replace old tape. Yeah. Consider increasing the first layer height slightly to enhance adhesion without causing other issues. Adjust set height. See, these are all legit now. So with the 1.5 billion data set, it was throwing us stuff like check filament levels, which doesn't make sense. What is filament levels? What is checking filament levels? Whereas here with the 32 billion data set, these are like, they're not the most right answer. Obviously, like, nobody's really using tape anymore. But these aren't wrong answers. Use a dehumidifier if necessary to maintain consistent conditions. Adjust part cooling fans. Like filament type, consider trying switching to a filament with better adhesion, such as PETG. Like, and the thing is, this is running locally on my computer with no internet connection. Like, this is the downloaded model running on my own hardware on a 3090. Like, this is the problem with Gen AI. You want to change one element, but there's no way it'll generate a completely new result. Okay, but here's the thing. So based on the previous question, if I am printing PLA on a PEI, a textured PEI bed in a cool garage, what would be the primary things I should keep in mind to prevent the print from failing to stick to the print bed? So now it's thinking that. This is like, I've been so against this for the longest time because I've played around with ChatGPT. You make a free ChatGPT account, and it's like, this just seems like, like just another wank thing with like NFTs and crypto and shit like that. And now that I'm running it locally. I did not realize how easy this is to run locally. I'm impressed. Like, obviously you have to know that this is not going to, you can't trust what it spits out. But like, especially for like certain topics, like if you just wanted to tell you about something, it'll just tell you about something. It's like, okay, so address the issue of PLA prints not sticking well to your textured PI bed in a cool garage. Consider implementing the following organized approaches. Environmental considerations, temperature, humidity control, bed preparation. Thoroughly clean your bed with isopropyl. Apply a glue stick or PVA solution. Temperature settings, adjust your temperatures higher than the standard 60 Celsius, especially if your garage is cold to maintain like, this is pretty freaking legit. Can I print PETG on a smooth PEI bed without any additional stuff? I don't care about the video one. Honestly, for me, the video one, like the LLMs that generate images and video, I don't like. Those are all trained based on stolen data. Like, even these are based on stolen data. But at least words are free, in my opinion. I really don't care if you steal my words. They're words. We all speak them. But when it comes to art, I don't like that thing. Because art is human. Like, and yes, I fully acknowledge I use AI thumbnails in my YouTube videos sometimes. Because I can't do art myself. And my channel doesn't have the budget to buy an artist. But I'm not a huge fan of them. So I'm personally against them. But like this kind of thing where it's data. It's just words on a screen. I'm more okay with this kind of LLM, like this kind of use for AI. I'm just surprised how well this is running. Like, obviously it could be faster. And I could be running, you know, it'd be nicer to have there's a 70 billion model. By the way, the actual full DeepSeek R1 is a 671 billion model. It uses up like 400 gigs of VRAM just to load the model. These are basically cut down versions of it. So this isn't DeepSeek. Like, this isn't actually DeepSeek. This is like a refined model of DeepSeek. The full DeepSeek model, you can just ask it to make Flappy Birds, and it will make Flappy Birds. Like, watch. Let me pull this up here. Like this right here, I gotta set this up. I use Firefox as my browser, but when I'm streaming, I use Chrome because my Firefox has a bunch of personal tabs and you don't need to know that kind of stuff. So I use Chrome when I'm streaming because it just has like nothing. It has nothing personal. So this way I don't accidentally leak personal information. But like these guys here, they took DeepSeek R1 671 billion parameter model and they compressed it down to 131 gigs in size. Okay? So it's an 80% reduction using like a bunch of fancy compression algorithms and whatnot. But the thing is, like even with this super compressed model, it can make Flappy Birds. Like this game right here was fully generated by AI, like programmed by AI, like everything. This is the actual DeepSeek R1 model, and this is their compressed version. It's like, and apparently you can run this on like a minimum of 20 gigs of RAM, but it recommends 80 gigs of combined RAM. So you need like a GPU. Yeah, you need like a pretty big GPU. You need a 24 gig GPU and then the rest of it in system RAM. And you got to like tell it to process on different things. It's like a whole thing. And you get like, I think like 4 tokens a second. So it's kind of slow. Because even this right here, like on my 3090 is like 20 tokens or 10 tokens a second. Yeah, let's check that output anyways. So let's see, what did it say? So the output worked, but I care more about bed adhesion and print quality than could it destroy. Okay, so let's see. Could printing PETG on a smooth PEI bed damage the bed. So while that does that, like this is pretty cool. So like it's insane, like how quickly this is coming along. Like I didn't realize how much this had progressed. But yeah, so so with two H100s, which are the chips that China's not allowed to buy, you're getting around 140 tokens a second. Which is insane. Like, this is my computer going, computer go burr. Yeah, it hasn't told us to level the bed yet. Okay, so it's done thinking. Printing PETG on a smooth bed is generally safe. It should not cause damage under normal operating conditions. However, there are several considerations to ensure long-term protection of the PI bed: temperature settings, adhesion, release. Monitor how PETG adheres to the PI bed. If adhesion is too strong, it might cause issues when removing the print. Use release agents or adjust printing settings to facilitate easy removal without peeling off parts of the PI surface. Like, it knows this. I mean, all Bamboo has to do now is ship a 3090 equipped computer with this model to every Bamboo buyer, and their subreddit won't be flooded with people asking the same stupid noob questions all the time. I'm impressed. Clear. How I mine for fish. Well, that's the thing, too. It only knows this because the data it was trained with knew it. That's the problem. And yes, this is a very, very old VG Cats reference. I don't even know if VG Cats is still around. Also, I love how I'm somewhat semi-transparent. You could see the bar through my hand. Sort of. You can see it through my shirt. Rat flail. Hey, this is pretty cool. Like, this is what we're doing on the stream tomorrow. The member stream. We're gonna play with this in the garage. I'm gonna install it on my laptop. I'm reflashing my laptop to put Linux on it, and I'm gonna install. What model is this? This is DeepSeek R1 32B. So it's the quantified version of DeepSeek. It's the like stripped down version of it that can run on local hardware. That doesn't cost me $20,000. So this is DeepSeek R1 32B. This is my first time playing with running a local LLM at all. I barely play with this stuff. Like, I don't like using AI traditionally. So I asked it, how do I mine for fish? And it's telling me how to fish properly. Say it's like, wait a minute, what do you mean mine for fish? Wait, he must be joking. How do I fish for fish? Yeah, like, all right, so I'm trying to figure out how to mine for fish. That's an interesting phrase. At first glance, it sounds a bit odd because mining usually involves extracting resources from the earth, like gold, coal, or gold. But fish are living creatures found in water, so maybe there's a different interpretation here. Maybe mine isn't referring to traditional mining, but rather something else. Could it be catching fish? So perhaps it's a play on words. Like, it's thinking. It's going through the thought process. No, I mean, I have a pickaxe and would like to use it to mine for fish. How do I do that? And I guess there's like, this is running fully default here, but there's like weights and temperature you can play with in like some of the ways you can access this, like if you use like chat box. So depending on like the temperature, I guess the way that temperature works as a setting for these models is like from like 0 to 1. Where if it like 0, it's like stone cold, straight answer, no interpretation, no comedy, no adding humanism to it. Whereas like if you increase the temperature to 1, it just like it'll just go on rants. It'll just yap, which it's kind of doing right now, anyways. I see you're asking about using a pickaxe to mine for fish. Well, this isn't a traditional practical method for catching fish. I'll do my best to help you explore creative ways to use a pickaxe in the context of fishing, or perhaps clarify how you might use it. A pickaxe is typically used for breaking rocks. Fish are aquatic living, so creative solutions. If you're looking to use a pickaxe in an unconventional way to mine for fish, here are some ideas. Build a fishing structure. Use a pickaxe to dig channels, trenches, or small ponds near a water source. This could help direct fish into areas where they could... Dude, this is working. It's telling me how to mine for fish. Clear water vegetation, mining for fish in a game like Minecraft. In games like Minecraft, you can't directly mine fish with a pickaxe because they are animals that spawn in water. Instead, you need to use a fishing rod. Mining for fish in real life is no practical way to use a pickaxe to catch fish. Or if you're looking for a creative way to interact with water, use the pickaxe. Like, use a pickaxe to break ice on a frozen pond to access fish. Like, dig up bait. Like, that's a response. If you have any additional details or contextual info about your goal, feel free to share. Thank you for the help. Like, you're very welcome. I'm glad I can help you explore your creative idea. If you have any more questions or need advice on projects, feel free to ask me. We help you to assist. Smiley face emoji. This is fun. Yeah, so we're doing this tomorrow on the live stream. I'm going to end the stream here because I'm going to go. I got some stuff to do before we pick up the little guy from school. But this is fun. We're going to play around with this more on the member stream tomorrow, I think. We're going to try and figure out how we can make this thing talk. Well, you're assigning an answer fits within your initial inquiry and are assigning a positive. You can be more rigid and assign a negative to its response. Yeah. Like, that's the thing. Like, humans we're stupid monkey brain with reptile parts in the back. We love our pattern recognition. It's like when you see a doll that has a face on it, you humanize it, right? Like, we humanize stuff. So, it throwing a stupid emoji here makes us go, aw, it cares about us. When in reality, this is a GeForce 3090. From, I don't even know what brand. An EVGA? I don't even know what brand. Like, it does not care. It does not think. It does not love you. It is just a computer. Speaking of just a computer. This came out today. Mute the music. Oh yeah, brother. The sound. Like, the sound design, it's just so damn good. I don't know who those Tau. Emperor forgets. Like, oh. I don't want to get into Warhammer again, but I want to get into Warhammer again. Brother, bring them up. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. Yeah, I saw that this morning on my feed and I'm like, oh. Going back to Armored Core, I don't know, Dad's Garage, if you're still here. Secret level, Armored Core. No, not this. I can't show like the whole thing. Apparently I can. The whole thing's on here. I'm not going to show the whole plot, but just to show you the scale of an Armored Core.
It's why you're stuck in my brainstem. The real question is why you're such an asshole.
I'm what everybody's shaking their heads behind your back says I am.
So this is like a standalone story, but this is how big an Armored Core is to a human.
Killer when you're in a metal jacket, and just about unbearable when you're not.
Are you part of Shrieker?
Shrieker's a part of me. Just like you are.
So you can see it has a cockpit, but it's not exactly big. Also, that's not hygienic at all. Exoframe. Once exoframe. So yeah.
2 enemy cores bearing 41.
We'll just watch the one fight that I'm gonna end it because I don't want to spoil it.
Let's make some money.
But all these are like, I guess they used a bunch of models from the game itself for these. Like those are the guns in the game. Like they used a lot of in-game models for this. Obviously, they're rendered at a much higher resolution and detail.
These guys ain't bad.
As if they're one mind.
Networked, one piloted, one sledge.
No. Life signs in both cockpits. And even jacked up, no pilot could run 2 cores.
Whatever their edge. It ain't enough.
But it also shows you, like, armored cores are like, what is it, glass cannons, essentially. Like, they go down pretty quick. But they do a lot of damage real quick. Right. So if you want to watch it, it's on Amazon Prime. Okay, so we're going to call it there. Yeah, stream tomorrow. Remember, stream tomorrow. We're going to play around with this stuff on my laptop. We'll see how it runs on the laptop. And we'll try and figure out how to make it talk. So hope you enjoyed the stream today. A nice little fun stream. Again, we're going to be trying to do more. The plan with the Twitch channel is games and random shit like this. Stuff where we're not doing 3D printing stuff, where we're doing stuff completely off my normal topic that I normally don't do on the YouTube channel. That's what this Twitch channel's for. So make sure you hit the follow button so you get notifications. If you subscribe, link your Twitch Prime with your Amazon account, or your Twitch account with your Amazon account. You get a free Twitch Prime a month. So you can subscribe for free. And then I also have it set up on the Discord, where if you join the Discord, you get access to the Yacht Club channel as well for free with the Twitch account. So, yeah, we'll call it there. I got to go do some stuff before I go pick up a little guy from school. And then it's Costco Day. We're Costco kids or boys or fam. I don't even, what did they say? We're Costco guys. We're Costco guys. Anyways, bye. Bye. I don't have a fancy way to end this, so bye.